long run how these cost and output are related. So all the columns will be existing as we have seen in the short run, no? But the only column that is missing is fixed cost. You have to keep in mind fixed costs are not going to exist in the long run. So that column you remove and make the total cost equal to the variable costs. And average cost and marginal costs of the previous schedule you can use here. So same we are showing here 1 to 6 outputs, and the total cost will be 0 here. When output is 0, in long run total cost will be 0. So this also another difference you can find between the long run and a short run cost output relationship. And these values, whatever the variable cost is having, the same values will be here in case of total cost. Because there is no addition of fixed cost, no, same whatever it is variable cost, that will be equal to total cost. So take the averages of this. For same formulas you use, average cost means total cost divided by Q you take. So you will get this values. So here average cost is equal to total cost by output, or it will be equal to average variable cost, not fixed cost. Here a mistake is there in this formula. Okay, don't use this average fixed cost. And marginal cost means you take the difference between the two different total cost. At 0, every marginal cost is also 0, and take the difference between this. Here it is 80 m. You take it as 80 because 80 above it is 0. Here it comes 80. It is a mistake. And 96 minus 80, it will give you 16. And 108 minus 96, 12. So like that you go on calculating, you will get these values. Only thing here, instead of 20, you take it as 80. Okay, so everything is okay now. And this same schedule I copied, so this mistake appeared here. Is that clear? So for this same, you are going to draw the total cost curve and variable cost curves. So both will be equal now. So both will be equal means only one graph you will get. Starting from 0, it will be like this, flowing from left to right upwards. So because total cost is equal to variable cost, it is flowing from left to right upwards from origin, starting from origin. So these points you need to write below this graph. In most of the cases, they will ask you short run relationship only, but sometimes they may be asking you long run relationship also. So in this case, there will be a slight difference in difference in showing the graph. So how this is shown, let us see. You understand here, concentrate more on this graph. I am going to explain you clearly. If you go through directly the whole graph, you cannot understand. So in long run, we are going to take different short run average cost curves first. Let us take only 3. It is not compulsory to take 3, but for easy understanding, I have taken this only 3 short run average cost curves. Then combination of different short runs will become the long run. No? So intersecting these 3 curves, you will be getting long run average cost curve. This is named as what? Long run average cost curve. Okay. So that means long run average cost curve is framed by using different short run average cost curves. To differentiate, I have given here SAC. SAC means short run average cost curve 1, like that. 2, 3. Short run SAC is nothing but short run average cost curve 1. 2 indicates 2. 3, it gets 3. And LAC indicates that it is long run average cost curve. Okay, so from short runs, you are going to get this long run curves. In the same manner, we will draw the marginal cost curves also. Here also, we are going to take 3 marginal cost curves. SMC 1, short run marginal cost curve 1. SMC 2 means short run marginal cost curve 2, like that 3. 3 marginal cost curves we have taken. Combining these 3, we will get long run marginal cost curve. So you can see here marginal cost curve is differently flowing. It is not, all the curves are not inside this curve, long run marginal cost curve. So this you have to keep in mind. This difference you have to keep in mind. Okay, but this is framed by intersecting these 3 curves. So which is named as what? Long run marginal cost curve. Okay, so now let us take the optimum points of 3 cases, 3 short runs. So 3 short runs optimum points will be obtained by intersecting the marginal cost curves and the average cost curves. So here you can see here SMC1 and SAC1 is intersecting at this point, and 2 is intersecting at this point, and 3 is intersecting at this point. So in this manner, you have to draw the three optimum points to gain the to get the optimum point of long run cost output relationship. Okay, so now you can draw this optimum point of long run. So this is LAC1, sorry, LAC curve, long run average cost curve. Same, I am combining all these 2 in one graph. To understand, I have shown you separately how you are going to get this. Okay, so now we have obtained this both LMC intersecting LAC at a point. See here, I am showing the cursor here, indicating the cursor. So at this point, LAC and the LMC are intersecting. Okay, and where SMC2 and SCSC2 is also intersecting. Okay, clear? No confusion? Okay, so this point is called as what? Optimum output and optimum cost. So this is how you are going to obtain the optimum point in case of long run cost output relationship. So this point I am indicating with arrow, optimum cost and output point. Okay, so the same thing you are going to explain below this graph. LAC and LMC curves are also called as what? Planning costs. So you are going to plan how the organization should grow to get the optimum point and of cost and output, and you are accordingly you are going to implement the plan. Okay, for that these LMC and LAC will help the organization, and both are intersecting, both are U-shaped, intersecting each other, LAC and LMC, and where the output and cost output optimum point is obtained is LMC is equal to LAC is equal to SAC2 equal to SMC2. This is how you are going to explain this long run cost output relationship. Most of the students will be getting confusion in explaining this graph. That is the reason in exam they will be asking you about this long run cost output relationship. But anyhow, I think I have clearly explained you. If any doubt in understanding this graph, you can ask me. Once again, I will show the graph. Any of you. With that, we will come to end of the third unit, cost analysis.